Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Blanco the Islam, and in today's video, we are going to be going over one of the best businesses you can possibly have as a solo player. And I will admit, I was not really too fond of it at first because it is a little bit lengthy to get this business going and actually make your first sale. But once you do, the rewards are absolutely incredible, and in my opinion, this has become a must-have own business for solo players and one of my favorite businesses to run in GTA Online in 2024, and that is, of course, The Hangar. So I'm sure most of you are familiar. The Hangar has received buffs over the years in terms of pay, also sale missions and source missions in terms of getting your cargo. Now, we will go into all of that later, and I will make a deep dive into this business, how to run it, how to fill up your cargo, and how to make the most money possible and the quickest way possible, of course, right? The most efficient way to run the business. So before we get into the video, though, of course, take 1 second of your time to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow and helps with how the video performs in the YouTube algorithm. And it only takes 1 second of your time. I do make consistent GTA content here on the channel, so why would you not want to subscribe, right? Anyway, let's get into today's video, ladies and gentlemen. So first, let's start off with where to purchase a hangar. Of course, you got to go through the Foreclosures Maze Bank app. You could hit the hangars filter so it only shows you hangars. You're going to have two down here in Los Santos. I wouldn't really recommend them, though. I think the best ones are definitely in the military base, which is where I've purchased mine. There is none up in Blaine County, so pretty much just the two in Los Santos and then the three here in the military base. I think the military base ones just make more sense. The sale missions are a little bit easier, as well as the source missions for the cargo. Now, of course, you can customize your hangar with office furniture, floor graphics, lighting, hangar style, but I would only suggest buying the living quarters and the workshop. You can see the workshop is blanked out for me, but the workshop will allow you to actually customize your aircraft and equip weapons and armor and stuff like that to them. So you definitely want to purchase the workshop. And then the living quarters is also important to have because it gives you a spawn location. Now, the reason I said getting the ones in the military base are probably better than getting the ones in Los Santos is the fact that the military base hangars does grant you access to the actual military base. As you can see, I'm walking around freely in the military base. I do not have any wanted level, and that is because my hangar allows me to have level 1 clearance. So it just makes it a little easier to steal, like, tanks and jets and stuff like that. If that's your thing, you don't have to actually break into the military base. You can actually own property on the military base. So it's pretty cool. Now, what is the hangar? What is its function? What does it do? How do you make money with it? We're going to get into the whole lot of it. So obviously, the hangar stores your aircraft. So you can see my jets, my helicopters, everything is stored here. Like I said, you can customize them in the workshop. I'm actually going to go over and show you guys that now. Let me hop in my beautiful little F1 Raiju jet. So to access the workshop, you pretty much just have to hop in the aircraft that you want to customize, hit right on the D-pad. Of course, if you're on console, if you're on PC, I don't know what that button would be, but right on the D-pad, and as you can see, you can fully customize your jet, your helicopters, all the good stuff, So having the workshop is definitely good to utilize, and I would say a must-have for the hangar business. Now, another quick side note, the workshop will also give you a gunsmith workshop in your hangar, which allows you, of course, to upgrade basic weapons into the Mark II variants, which make them much stronger. So just an interesting little side note. Now, moving on to sourcing cargo, there's a few ways to do this. You, of course, can use Rooster, who is your hangar associate, and he can go source cargo for you passively. But the issue with this is that it will be random. So you never want to use Rooster. I repeat, do not ever use Rooster. And I'm going to go into exactly why you don't want to use Rooster in just a second once we get into this laptop. So as I mentioned, he will source, two or three crates for you, whatever it is. But it's going to be randomized, and you don't want that with the hangar because you have 50 available spaces in your hangar, right? So we have narcotics, chemicals, medical supplies, animal materials, so on and so forth. You can source them by land or by air. So before, it was only capable of being done by air. The new buff that they have for the hanger, it's not new buff, it's been around for a while, but for those of you who don't know, you can now source these crates with land missions, which are much easier than air. I would always recommend doing land missions, but the reason you don't want to use Rooster is because, like I said, you only have 50 total cargo spaces in your hangar, so you can only have 50 of one type of goods. And now you're probably asking, why would I want 50 of all the same kind of goods? Well, the reason is you will actually get a ginormous sale bonus if you have 25 pieces of the same thing, and then of course another big bonus at 50 pieces of the same type of product. So I will get into the numbers later. I'm sure you guys are all wondering how much money it is, how much can I sell these goods for, what's the bonus at 25 units, what's the bonus at 50 units. We're gonna go over all of it, don't you worry, I got you guys covered. All right, so let's go back to this computer screen here. I collected 50 narcotics, which I think you get the same amount of money no matter what the materials are, but I heard somewhere that narcotics is worth the most, so I just went with narcotics. But as you can see, 50 out of 50 narcotics, I've reached my maximum capacity. I have all of the same type of product, and look, as you can see, 70% bonus. So it's worth $2.5 million for these 50 crates. And at 25 crates, it's going to be a 35% bonus. So you want to get the 50 out of 50 to get that 70% bonus. It's really going to skyrocket the amount of money that you can make. And same with the sourcing missions, that buff to the hangar also allowed us to sell with land vehicles. So luckily I had my buddy with me. He's going to help me deliver these things, because it can take quite a while if you do it by yourself. So I would suggest doing it with a friend, but you can definitely do it solo. It's definitely a solo-friendly business. You can definitely get all these done solo. It just helps a little bit if you have a buddy with you. Also, in terms of sourcing the cargo, you can also use your Terabyte vehicle, but I wouldn't suggest it because sometimes you could get the crappy, older missions or whatever. I would just suggest doing it from the actual computer terminal within the hangar business itself. And also, if you are going to be sourcing crates, again, it is solo friendly. You can most definitely run this business fully solo, but it will go faster if you have one or even two buddies, because I think you can get up to 3 crates at a time. So if you have 2 friends that you play GTA Online with, or if any of you are looking for someone to play with and you're on PS5, of course, you can always just write a comment down below with your PSN. We can add each other. I can help you fill up your hangar, you help me fill up mine, and we could just go about it like that. But you can definitely source up to 3 crates at one time, which of course makes getting the 25 crates for the 35% bonus, or even the 50 crates for the 70% bonus. It just makes it go a lot faster. I would say that's my only complaint about this business, is that filling up the crates solo does take quite a long amount of time. And you can't even use Rooster as the passive, sourcing cargo, because he'll source random crates and he'll just take up your, storage spaces and not really get you the exact, material that you need. Like say if you're hunting for narcotics, Rooster will go and get you animal materials, and now you can't have 50 out of 50 narcotics until you sell whatever animal materials he has, and so on and so forth. So using Rooster is not usually ideal. I would always suggest just sourcing the specific cargo you're looking for yourself, because again, with Rooster, it will be randomized. Now, when it comes to selling this, you can of course sell in an invite-only session and just make the 70% bonus and get $2.5 million. Or you can be a brave nut like me and sell it in a public session and get, an extra 50% bonus. So 50% on top of the $2.5 million. You're looking at, almost $4 million with one sale. So this business is definitely very solid. You're making in one sale almost $4 million. You're pretty much making like the amount of money you would make in 4 Cayo Perico runs. You know what I'm saying? Like, this business is absolutely bonkers, and it's definitely been growing on me. And I would definitely suggest it as a solo business for anybody out there who plays solo. Or like I said, if you got a few buddies you run with, sourcing the cargo, of course, is always much easier with a few more people by your side. But as I stated, it is definitely a solo-friendly business. So I fast-forwarded to the end of the mission just so you guys can see exactly how much money we got. I don't want to take too much of your time. So we just have to leave the area. Well, my buddy has to leave the area as well. But we did all 10 out of 10 drop-offs. And as you can see, $3,700,000. Absolutely crazy sale. Almost $4 million with one sale. So as I said, man, this business has definitely been growing on me. Even though it does take a little while to fill up the actual cargo, I think it is 100% worth it. And honestly, one of the most satisfying things I've done in GTA. I've owned the hangar for so long. I've never used it. I've never bought into, it being a good business. I just bought it while it was on sale and just kind of had it sitting there. And this was actually my first sale with the hangar. And I can honestly say that I can definitely see myself incorporating this business more in my main rotation of, how to make money in GTA. I definitely enjoy doing it, and I can definitely see myself running this business. So if you have not gave this business a try and you're like me where you just owned it and it's just been sitting there, definitely give it a try, man. It's actually really good. And if you don't own this business, unfortunately it was on sale just like 2 weeks ago as of the recording of this video, but it no longer is on sale. But even at full price, I think it's definitely still worth buying one. So again, if you don't have one, definitely go and get yourself one, because as you can see, the money is absolutely bonkers. But anyway, that does wrap us up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did and you stayed until the end, of course, a like and subscribe would always be appreciated if you are new. If you are, just already subscribed and just, you're just coming back watching the video, thank you for your continued support. But again, if you are new, hit that like and subscribe. We make consistent GTA content on this channel, so why would you not want to subscribe, man? More GTA content is always a good thing for YouTube, right? Anyway, until the next one, peace out, boys.